think it was a really good spring for us. Certainly the spring is a grind. When you get started mid-January, you don't finish till mid-April. Your numbers are always lower without your seniors. I think we graduated 5 seniors, and we had some injuries in the spring. So plus side was those 13, 14 kids got a ton of game minutes, which a lot of them, you couldn't replicate that for them in the fall, so that was really big for their development. Training-wise, you had very limited substitutions in training, so kids got way more touches on the ball, and they really balanced it out well. It was a tough spring in terms of the physical grind, but in terms of our team development and kind of instilling some of our things that we want in our system for next fall, I think it's going to pay off big. As I had told the team towards the end of the spring, it really was one of my favorite teams that I've had in my 19 years. They showed up and really were professional in training every time. They brought a lot of energy, balanced that with they enjoyed themselves, it seemed like, out there. And I think that really, again, will pay off for us in the fall with that attitude and that energy and enthusiasm that that group will bring back with them come August.
The spring was a great one, definitely one of the best I've had since I've been here, and the team has had from January until mid-April. It was absolutely competitive, and we had a very professional mentality, which is something that I have yet to see as a whole until the spring. Considering our circumstances with such low numbers due to injuries and losing a lot of starters from our senior class, it gave a great number of girls on the team an opportunity to get more significant amount of minutes than they're used to. And from that, it was really impressive and exciting to see how many people stepped up and fulfilled roles that they're not used to playing. It was definitely eye-opening for everyone in terms of carrying that over into training and lifting too. It gave everyone more of an opportunity to really show how competitive they can be, to fight for different positions and show that they can play diverse positions as well. And I think overall we had a really great product. This spring we focused on consistency and our quality of play, and we got to play high levels of teams like Ohio State, and even though we didn't get the exact outcome that we wanted, it definitely helped us grow as a team.
This fall coming in, we've got 7 new kids, and it's our first time we've got a couple of junior college players, which will add a little bit of maturity to that freshman class, seeing as they've already got 2 years of college under their belts. I think we graduated probably 2 starters really from the fall, and you could argue that there's probably several kids coming in this class in August that will compete to start, along with returners who had a starting job and some players that were coming off the bench that really had a good spring. So I think it's going to make for a competitive fall for us for sure, which is what we need and want. I think you'd also hear our kids echo that this is a realistic chance for us to get in that Big East tournament. We were 1 goal away. Last fall, we'd beaten Providence. We would have gotten in. We lose 1-0 in a great college soccer game. So I think that's the focus, and taking the big step we took this year in the Big East, there's actually some numbers behind it where they really believe that we are really close to making that happen. So our fall schedule is pretty similar to what people would have seen in the past. The one maybe new, unique opponent is we have an ACC opponent in Pittsburgh. We go to them and they'll come back to us the next year. And we try and add one of those kind of games at least a year to the schedule. The rest of the non-conference looks pretty similar, some competitive teams in our region, and then certainly the grueling gauntlet of the Big East, which will start late September. And now that we're going to be in our 4th season, I think we're all pretty familiar with what those teams bring to the table, and it should be a great Big East season.
I think at first, first season in the Big East, it's a little scary. You're kind of thinking more mentality of just hanging in there with teams. But now we are looking to make it to the tournament. We want to compete with these teams and be winning against these teams. So I think it's definitely a difference of mentality where our eyes are set on the prize. It's not just hanging in there. So we're excited to continue to compete and train and work our best to get there. We've never really had an issue with chemistry. It's something that our team definitely prides themselves on. So definitely with our returning upperclassmen and our incoming rookies, we definitely have a great chance for success this fall, and we're all really excited to continue to compete and train and hopefully get a lot of wins under our belt.